All right, so just going to keep going. If nobody's going to stop me, I'm just going to keep going. So here's the house we had last week, and today I want to talk about stairs, because it's nice to have a house, but it's nice to be able to get to the top floor as well. So I'm just going to delete all this stuff that we did last week. So we have all the walls and all the roof by extrusion and so forth in here. Going to get rid of that. Delete it. And over here we have the flat roof with the modified slopes on it. Just going to get rid of that as well. So I'm just going to concentrate back on the house object that we started off with again. Okay. So let's switch on a section box and have a look at it. See what's going on in here. So we have a floor at the ground level and we have a floor at top level. We haven't put any walls in the top level, but we can see that these walls have attached to the floor beneath. So we need to put a stairs in here. And I think what I'll do first of all is, before I put the stairs in, I'll just show you some possibilities regarding stairs, because they don't have to be completely straight or all that kind of stuff in Revit. So I'm going to switch off the section box. And I'm going to go into ground floor plan. And before I start drawing the stairs in here, I'm going to just show you some options regarding stairs. Okay. So up at the top here, we've got the circulation tab, which is under the architectural tab, so the circulation box here. And under stair, we have two options. Number one is stair by component, which we're not going to deal with in the first semester, because it's more useful for large buildings like office buildings or apartment blocks or something. It's not so useful when you're dealing with a small building like a house. So I'm going to use stair by sketch, and this is the one that has the most options, or the most flexibility in terms of changes. So I'm going to click on stair by sketch, and once you click on that, we get the same little drawing tab here, but we only have a couple of options. We've got a straight and a curve, and that's because the button here is set to run. And if you draw a run of stairs, let's just draw a straight run of stairs, it just starts to draw the stairs. You can see, if I zoom in there, if you can see that on the screen there, at the bottom it's counting the number of risers that I've created by just moving this line up and down. It's going from, if I go right back down here, it's going from 1 up to what it's asking for is how many does it need actually? It needs 20. So it's making a calculation based on the rules we've given it as to how many steps we need in the stairs to get from level 1, or from ground level to level 1. So the thing about stairs is they're always connected between the levels. So if you see on the right hand corner here under the properties dialog, we've got base level, ground floor plan, top level, first floor plan, and there's no offsets, which means it's going to go directly from the ground floor plan to level 1. So if I only draw it halfway, for example, you can see that it's got 10 risers created at the bottom there, if you can just see that, and 10 risers remaining in the grey text at the bottom. It'll draw at the beginning of the stairs. So it's drawn 10 risers. Oops, it doesn't really zoom in that much. 10 risers created, 10 risers remaining. Now we have the option, we can take the line of the stairs again, it automatically grabs the line of the stairs, and we can start to draw the rest of the stairs that direction. Doesn't make a very pretty stairs, but you'll work it out better yourselves. And we can start anywhere and draw the last couple of steps. So you can quickly draw a fairly complex shape of stairs, which looks something like that. Let's see if we can see that in 3D. Yeah, there it is there. So it's drawn a flat diagram of the stairs on the ground level. If I then accept that, finish at edit mode, it creates the stairs in 3D with all the the small funny mistakes that I made in there before making the good stairs. So all you need to be concerned about is the tread distance, which is the depth of the step, the tread height, the riser, and Revit will calculate the stairs for you according to runs. If I click on the stairs that we've now created and come over to edit type, and go into calculation rules at the top here, we can actually edit the calculation rules. But the calculation rules at the moment are set according to the Danish building regulations, so we don't need to worry about it. So we can be confident that any stairs that we draw in Revit is drawn according to the building regulations, and that's important because if you're making a stairs, and let's say you're making a stairs in a shopping centre, and you design it and you make it so that the steps are a little bit too high according to the Danish regulations. If somebody falls down those stairs, then it's your company that gets the medical bills. So it's quite important to get those dimensions correct, because if you make a design mistake like that, your insurance, first of all, your insurance is going to shoot up, but also you might have injured somebody because they're not used to dealing with that type of stairs. So there are certain rules. I'm not teaching architecture in this class, I'm only teaching Revit, but there are rules to do with stairs that are very important. But Revit takes care of a lot of the pain regarding calculating stairs according to this calculation rule here. So that's one thing. You can see in here we can also modify the tread depth, and the tread depth is, the step. How deep is the step? So we can make it, let's just make this a bit smaller so we can see what happens on the screen. Just going to move it over here. So we can make the minimum tread depth to be 300 and see what happens. This might not work with the calculation rules, but let's see if we can do something with it. Yeah. It violates the minimum tread depth stuff. Okay, well we can play with this, but we have to be careful that we don't violate the rules. So Revit actually won't let us play with the treads too much because it's set to this calculation rule. Of course, we can switch that off and we can change the calculation rules, but it's probably not a good idea for your insurance company. Okay. Of course, in here as well, like everything to do in Revit, we have the object has its various properties. At the moment it's set to monolithic stairs. It's set to that the underside of the winder is smooth and it's an interior function, and so on and so on. And we have the options to change all the materials. So we could change the tread material to timber if you want. Let's just do that just because it's there. Let's just change it to wood. Apply it. And we'll change the riser material. Now we'll leave that to grey and say OK. Now the next question is, why isn't that displaying? Let's say realistic. No, it's not displaying. Is it to do with the material of it? That's what. Structural stairs. Okay, I'll go back to that in a minute. Okay, so what we automatically got here is what's called a monolithic stairs. You can see it looks like it's a concrete stairs. It looks like it's been cast out of concrete. But we can just select it. We can change the type of stairs we want. And there's a couple of options. We can change it to a stringer stairs, for example. And a stringer stairs is more like a domestic stairs, which is built out of timber. So we automatically get a stairs that looks like that, where all the timber elements are displayed. Now we can individually go in there. We could select the handrails and delete them. So probably only need one handrail in the domestic stairs. And we've also got other adjustments we can play with in here. So let's select it again, edit the type. And let's have a look at the nosing length. Now a nosing is this part of the step that goes beyond the edge of the stairs. So we can change that. So I'm just going to select it, edit the type. We can change it both in terms of depth, but we can also change it in terms of profile. And I talked a lot last week and the week before about making a profile. And again, you can make a metric profile for the shape of the nosing of your stairs. So if I go in here and change this, if there is one there, at the moment we've got the molding profile that's still in there that I made from last week. So let's see what that looks like if I apply that. It looks ridiculous, of course, but there it is. It's been set at the end of the stairs. So it shows you that those profiles can be used anywhere. So you could go in and make a metric profile of a very, very nice curved edge of a stairs, and it would put it in there for you. So let's select that back in there, edit the type, go back into nosing, and it doesn't have anything. Let's just set it back to default. And we'll change the nosing length to 100 just to show you what that does, and apply, and you can see that suddenly the steps are coming a lot out from the support itself. Okay, so let's go and edit it again, and let's just see if this will work now. If we've got tread material, change it to wood. We've already got wood. Okay. Wait a second. Cancel. Say OK. Now we've got some wood stairs going on there. So you've actually got a wood material now on the stairs. Obviously the reason that it didn't work on the monolithic stairs was because it's a monolithic stair, so it doesn't allow you to change the individual elements to it. But yeah, anyway. I just get stupider the older I get anyway. So let's just keep playing with this. So I'm going to select it again. I'm going to edit the type. And this time I'm going to change the risers. So we have some options for the risers in here, and the risers is the part of the step that goes up because it rises, whereas the tread is the part that you actually tread on, that you walk on. So that's kind of a way to remember it, I suppose. So we can either say riser type, we can either say none and apply that. So now we've got an open stairs. So you can see that we could turn this into steel on the sides and we'll start to make like an open stairs, something like that. We can go back, edit type. I'm going to go in and change the riser to a slanted riser and apply that. And you can see that the riser is now slanted from the edge of the nosing back to the position of the step. So you can play with that too. So there's lots of little things you can do in there without getting too much into it. So edit the type again, and what else can we play with? We can play with the stringer. So at the moment we've got the stringers, which are the two structural elements that run up the sides of the stairs, and they're kind of built in a standard domestic stairway. We've got two timber pieces running up the side. But let's say we want to make a house where we have a steel stairs. We might want to put the support for the stairs in the center. So let's just say, let's put the stringer here. And let's say, what do we do here? Middle stringer. We're going to put in two middle stringers, and we're going to take off the edge stringers and apply that and say OK. And it would probably make more sense if you turned off the riser there. Let's say edit type, go down and turn off the risers, none, apply. OK, so now we've got some kind of stairs that's made of maybe steel structure underneath. We need to work on what happens at the edges here, but figure out that later on. Is everybody with me so far? You're just looking at me blankly. It's just like
no, it's easier for me to listen than
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you a hard time. I just want to have some interaction. You know, so. Okay, so will I stop there for a minute and let you play with that, or will I keep going? Keep going. Keep going. Okay, now you can see that the handrail here, it doesn't attach to anything. It looks ridiculous because this handrail was designed for a stringer running on the side of the stairs. So, you know, it doesn't make any sense that you would have a handrail sitting on a piece of timber that's cantilevered off the edge of a central piece of the stairs. So I'm not going to get into that, into how you would make a balustrade that would go right underneath and connect into the structural element here, because that's a little bit too complicated for the first semester. So, but we can modify the handrail in some kind of ways. We could select it, edit it, we can duplicate it, we call it test handrail. And we have a couple of things here called rail structure and baluster placement. And basically the rail is anything that runs down the stairs, and the balusters are any of those horizontal pieces that come up the stairs. So you can see that pretty much everything in there can be controlled with those two things. So I could say edit the rail structure, and there's only one rail in there at the moment at a height of 1100 millimeters, and it's offset of -25 from this edge of the stairs. And you can see here we have the profile as well. So it's a rectangular profile, but we could change that to a circular handrail. We can change the molding again if we wanted to, because that's also a profile. Let's just do that for the loft, see what happens. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, there we go. So that, oh yeah, that's something from Liberace's house or something. There you go. That's pretty funky. Well, let's not keep that. No, that's too crazy. So let's go back and edit the type again. Edit the rail structure. We'll just change the molding to a circular handrail. Apply. And it's done it automatically. So we can also insert another another rail. So let's insert a rail, and we'll put it at the bottom. So we'll insert it at a height of 200 millimeters from the bottom. We'll call it bottom rail. We'll give it an offset the same, 25, and we'll give it a slightly smaller circular profile. Yeah, and then apply. So now you can see we've got another rail in there. Press OK. Baluster placement we can change. At the moment we want to change it from a square baluster, we can change it to a round 25 millimeter baluster and apply. So it becomes round. And we can also change the distance from the previous baluster. So we can change that to 100 millimeters, for example. Or I think in Denmark 120 is the minimum size. Apply that. Okay, apply. Okay. So now we've got some round balusters, and they're 120 millimeters from each other. Are they round? No, they're still square. Let's have a look at that again. Oh, it's set to baluster per tread down here. So this is the main pattern, but then you have some modifiers down here, and these can be set to different things based on where they are. So at the moment we've got a start post, we've got a corner post. What else have they got in there? They've got 3 modifiers. So we should have some round railings. We've got some round railings. Maybe not. Cancel. Let's change it to round. Everything to round. Round 20. Round 20 and round 20. Apply. Apply. Okay. It's not working today for some reason. Okay, so that should change to a round baluster, but obviously my Revit is a little bit troublesome today, but that's how you change those basic settings for the handrails. Everybody with me? Yeah, okay. So, let's go back into the plan view. Now, here's the ugly stairs I drew earlier. So let's go back in and modify this. So I'm going to select it, I'm going to edit the sketch. We have 2 types of lines here that we have to think about. We've got these green lines, which are boundary lines, and basically those go wherever you want to put a handrail on your stairs. And we've got these black lines, and they are riser lines, so that's wherever you want to put a step on your stairs. Okay, but other than that, the only rule is that the step line must in some way intersect with the what do they call it, the boundary line. Other than that, you can do whatever the hell you want, to be honest with you. So we could change the shape of this. So let's just take this boundary line and grab it and put it out here, and take this one and grab it and put it out here, and I'm going to delete the bottom step here, delete, and I'm going to draw my new step at the bottom. So I'm going to say I've got to put in a new riser, so go up to the riser button, press riser, and I'm going to make a start end radius arc here. I'm going to click the end of this boundary line and the end of this boundary line, and then I've got an option to make it whatever curve shape I want. So that's the shape of my stairs, because the queen is arriving or something, and she needs to go up the stairs. Let's go back into 3D view. If I then accept that, that's the shape of the stairs now. So you can see that very quickly you can just use those boundary lines and riser lines to play with the shape of the stairs. So let's have a look at it. Let's do it again. Let's say I want to curve these ones a bit more. So let's say edit the sketch. Let's just take from here and from here. Oops, I'm using the wrong thing here. This is something I always do. This is like a brain freeze. I always use the wrong button. So I'm trying to draw a boundary as a step. It's important you draw the right line in the right place. So use a riser. I don't draw one on top of the other. Here we go. Did it again. Curve. So let's make one like that, and then delete the guideline one. And let's do it again. Riser. And delete this one here. And accept it. So now I've got stairs like that. So you can see how easy it is to create any kind of stairs that you want in your house. Yeah?
Can you also change the angle?
The angle of pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. If I select this here and go into edit type and go to calculation rules, the angle at the moment is set by the building regulations. So if you change that, you're getting into kind of dodgy territory. Revit calculates, all you need to do with Revit is you select, if you draw stairs, you say where does it start? It starts at ground floor plan, and where does it finish? First floor plan, and it calculates the angle for you. Sometimes you have to get into situations where you get into more complex things, and what you can do there is, if you edit the type, edit the calculation rules, you can switch it off. You can switch off the stair and you can put in your own calculation. But I wouldn't recommend that for a standard stair, but only if you're getting into something where building regulations don't apply. Yeah?
I'm sorry, how do you do the boundary lines again?
How do you do the boundary lines? Okay, let's do another stairs, just as an example. I'm going to go back into the ground floor plan. And I'm going to go to stairs, stair by sketch. Always stair by sketch for the first semester. And you should, when you press that, you should get this little panel at the top here where you get run, boundary, and riser. You don't get that? Okay. Let me just pause. Okay, so now let's draw another stairs. Let's draw a dogleg stairs. So I'm going to use a run again. It's a good idea to start with a run because it draws most of the stairs for you. So let's draw it from here. I'm going to draw it up to 10, and then I'm going to actually, you see this guideline here, it's taken from the center of where the stairs is going to be, the midpoint. So I'm going to move over here, and I'm going to start drawing stairs back like this, and you can see that Revit fills in the what you need in between for a landing and so on. And so if we accept that, let's just get the 3D view going at the same time. So now we've got two stairs, one like that and one like this, and once again it's a monolithic stairs, but because we've changed the stair type on the other stairs, if I select this stairs, we should have the option to change it to stringer type, so it'll have the same properties as the stairs we've already made over there, if you see. So once you do the work on one stairs, you can always transfer it over, just like a wall type or a window type or whatever. So I can go into this stairs now. I'm going to select it, edit the sketch, and I want to make a curved landing up here. So I'm going to use the same tool again, but this time I'm going to draw a boundary. So boundary, curve, start, end, and let's just make it like that. And it's important that you delete the previous one in the middle here, so you get a completely enclosed loop around the stairs. And then if I accept that, then we have a stairs that looks like that, and it's redesigned the balcony for us as well. Okay, or not the balcony, but the landing. while we have that stairs there, let's just go into the elevation view. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make some more levels. I'm going to select this, and I'm going to copy it. Oh, let's array it actually. Let's select it and array it. And I'm going to make 5 more levels. And I'm going to make a distance of 3, 2, 0, 0. So now we've got more levels in the project. So we need to have stairs to every level. So we can actually select the stairs, and if we select the stairs, we can say multi-story top level. It's asking us what is the top level of all the stairs we want to make here. So at the moment it's set to none, but we can say we want to set it to level 8, apply it, and it's giving us an error message, and I think that's to do with the yeah, never mind. But so it gives you all the stairs that you need in your building based on the number of levels in the building. Okay, so you don't have to redraw the stairs every time. Yeah.
Can you build different stairs in stage? For example, the first floor is something like this one, and the second one is
Something different.
yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it just means that you can't use that multi-story option.
You have to
Yeah, because it'll just copy it up. So you can, but you can do whatever you want. It's just a shorthand for an office building or something like that, where you want to do it quickly. Will I take a pause there?
How did you copy it?
You just select the stairs. You come over to the properties dialog over here.
Levels, that you have 5 levels.
Yeah, yeah,
How did you do that?
that's what I'm talking about. If you select the stairs, you select the stairs. You come over here to the properties dialog, and you have this multi-story option. So you change the multi-story. You want to change it to the top level. You need to have a level in there for it to go to first of all. So that's why I went in here and I copied some levels up.
How did you do that? That's
Okay. So how you do it is you just select a level,
yes.
and you either just copy it by using the copy tool, or you can array it. So then,
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
yeah. Okay. I think I'll take a break there, and then you can play with that, and I'll come back in a minute, and we'll keep.
Oh, going to Hawaii.
Okay, guys, will we keep going? I love that enthusiasm. Let's keep going. All right. Now, come on, we can take it. All right, so now we've been playing with these stairs, so now I want to put a stairs in the house. So now where did we put the? Yeah, there it is there. So let's switch this back on. Yeah. So now we've got the sketch in the background switch back on. I'm going to turn the view onto wireframe view, so we can see through the building, so we can see the sketch behind when it saves. So now we know the stairs is kind of starts here. So it's actually quite a complex stairs now that I look at it.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that.
and it has different levels.
It has different levels, so it actually starts here, and it goes up to there, and then it turns left, and it goes up to here. So there's actually there's actually 3 levels in the house. There's 3 levels in the house. All right. Well, in that case, let's just do it as close as we can to the 3 levels. So that's 1130 and 1090. So there's 40 centimeters. Is that right, between this level and the upper level? Am I reading that right? No, it looks more than that.
It's 1150 and there's 1090.
It's 1150 and it's 1090. Okay, so it's 60 centimeters. Okay, so let's put in a new level first of all. Shh. So let's put in. I'm going to copy this level. That's the copy tool. And what did we say it was? 60 centimeters, yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll move it up by 600 mil. And we'll just call that terrace, is that what it is?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Terrace level.
So just to say, can I ask
Not terrorist level, terrorist level. Yeah, sorry, now I'm saying it.
if, if for
This is
example-
being recorded.
Sorry.
I'm going to pause this. Resume. So, okay, so we have a terrace level. So I'm going to make a view for the terrace level. So view, plan views, floor plan, and here's terrace level. So I'm just going to make a view so that it turns up over here. Okay, and there is a floor in there. Let's go back to the ground floor plan. And so the floor in the terrace level, it kind of runs along here and then runs around and across like this. So I'm going to take the floor using the tab button. I've selected the floor, hopefully. Yeah. So once I've selected it, I can go up to the copy to clipboard, and now I'm going to paste it aligned to selected levels, and I'm going to align it with terrace level. So now we've copied the ground floor to the terrace level, so they're both exactly the same. So now we just need to modify them so that they suit. So I think the easy way to do that is first to draw the walls on the ground floor level. So I'm just going to go into architecture, wall, and I'm just going to use a simple wall just so we have something to base the shape of the floor on when we get up there. Very quickly draw this and draw it up to there. So now I'm going to go into the terrace level, and there's the wall we've made. So what we can do is go and select the floor, and now we can edit the boundary. So we just want to make it so that it goes inside this level here. And actually it's probably easier if we just draw it. So let's just draw it. And when we finish, we can use the trim tool to trim the shape so that we just get one shape for the entire floor. So you should have something like that. Okay. Accept it. Now, so let's take a 3D view again. I'll switch that off. And I'm going to switch that off. And switch that off. And actually, let's just turn on 3D. I'm just going to delete these because they're just confusing us at the moment. So let's turn on the section box and let's see how the floor has come through. So we can see that there is a level change now between the ground floor level and the upper level. Everybody see that? Now this is a slightly more complex house than I was intending to talk about stairs with. So it's a little bit more than I was expecting in terms of complexity. So, but let's just keep going with it and see if we can get it done so everybody understands it anyway. Now we've got a wall in here, so what we can do is we can make an opening in the wall rather than deleting the wall out. We can make an opening in the wall so that the stairs can come through. So let's go back into the ground floor plan, and we can see that the stairs comes through here. So I'm going to put in an opening in the wall, which is over here, wall opening. Let's click on that. It's asking to select a wall, so we select the wall. And the starting point of the opening is here, and the end point of the opening is here. So let's just select it and make it a proper dimension, which is has some relationship to the module grid, but also to the 300 module that all buildings are made in. So now we've got a wall, and if we go into 3D again, you can see that we've made an opening here, but it's at the slightly wrong level. So I'm going to select it, and I'm going to change its base constraint to terrace level. So it puts it on the right level. So now we've got a wall built around the bottom of the ground level, and it's made an opening up to terrace level. I'm going to select it again, and we're going to make it a height of 2 meters, 2.2, let's say. Okay. So now we can draw the stairs in here. So we want a stairs that goes from ground level to terrace level. So I'm going to go and say stairs by sketch, and we want to go from ground floor to terrace. That's fine. So I'm going to use a boundary just to say, well, we want one of them to start here, approximately, and another one to start here. And let's put it from there to there, actually. Boundary. And we can either decide to draw the, actually it'd be easier if we just drew the run first. Let's do that. Let's draw the run first. So we draw it from the bottom, because that actually calculates how long the stairs has to be. So we can see, according to the building regulations, it needs to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps.
Can you draw backwards, like stuff?
Yeah. Say that again, sorry?
Like, if you wanted to draw on the top, you would pull it down. Because the time if you venture like up in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I'll just show you. If you draw it the wrong direction like this is what we get from just our basic drawing here. And we can see that it finishes on a riser, so we can actually remove that riser because the wall will take account of that. Okay, but if you have a stairs and it's drawn, and you've figured out that it's actually drawn the wrong direction, like you were saying, you can select the stairs on a plan view, and you get a little arrow here, and it's exactly like the walls. You can just flip the direction like that, but it'll keep the same position. It'll just flip the direction of the stairs. Okay. So let's select the stairs, and first of all, let's change it to that stringer stairs that we made. And let's go in and edit the type. And I'm going to say graphics threads, blah, 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 blah. Trim stringers at top. Or is it, let's cancel this. 2-story top level. Minimum track, monolithic stairs, interior, text size, blah blah blah, tread thickness, begin with riser, end with riser. Let's just switch that off and see what happens. Yeah, okay. So we get something. So it finishes with a riser. So now we just need to move it around until we get it in pretty much the right position. So I can just move it, and I can use the align tool to align the stairs, to align the stairs to the position of the wall that we want. Like that. So you can see that it's now lined up with the edge of the the opening. Okay. I'm going to delete this railing. And I'm going to go back in and edit the sketch of the stairs. And I'm going to, first of all, drag this out so it runs along the wall. And then I'm going to add some more boundary lines so it actually brings the stairs inside the wall. Like that. And let's see if that works. Yeah. So what happened there was I didn't drag the boundary line down far enough. So when Revit tried to close the stairs over here, the step line was actually shooting beyond the boundary line. So you need to drag it out until it goes beyond the line of the stairs here. So let's try that. And it gives us a stairs. It's giving us some issues because we made that stringer-based stairs in the center, and it's saying it can't cut it, but it gives us enough to start with. So you end up with something like that. And once again, we can edit the sketch afterwards, and we can modify it so that it goes into correctly into the opening there. We can also, I won't go into too much detail about that. So you should end up with something like that. We can select it afterwards and change it back to a monolithic stairs. See what that can't make monolithic stairs. And this is an issue with Revit, is that some of the stairs have different settings, so you can't always just switch between one stair and another stair because the settings are too specific. So you might have to go in and just modify the specific stairs itself rather than just switching between them. But you should end up with something like that, okay? So that's stairs number 1. And yeah, it's only a small stairs up to the. What it looks like to me is that this stairs in here that's drawn is from a different period of building regulations to what we're dealing with now, where the stairs are much lower. So this is like a design issue that you're going to have to worry about in your project. So what I want everybody to do now is everybody working on this house, or are you working on different houses, or how's it working? Okay, well, whoever's working on this house, if you draw this stairs from first level to bedroom level, and then I can come and look at that and help you out there. And if you've got a different type of stairs, if you want to draw it now, I'll come around and help you with that. Okay. So I think that's actually. Let's have a look at the list. Yeah, let's just leave it at that for the moment.